Again, we're going back to the theme of European religious and political strife that's a part of this era and what's covered in the chapter and what I've talked about in these lectures. We really see an escalation in what is called the 30 Years' War. It's a very complicated war, and what I'm going to do is actually not talk about it. Go over it in the book. If you really have some questions, email me, and we can discuss it. In Western civilization classes, you can, I would definitely be going it over there more thoroughly. But right now, we're kind of just getting a very brief glimpse into all world societies and cultures. And so we're just going to skip this for now, but merely point out that this is a significant war leading to the strife in Europe, and the religious debates are incorporated into this. And I want to switch over into discussion of witch hunts, because I think it's significant to just think about the way in which this also played into this time. I mean, the Reformation led Catholics and Protestants to persecute people from opposing views. But all of them seem to be favoring burning witches, and it's a very odd and disturbing trend that took place at the time. If we go back even into the late 15th century, 1486, two Dominicans, that's of the Catholic faith, put together this work. I'm not good with Latin, so you see the word here, okay? I ain't gonna lie, but Malleus Maleficarum, I believe. I have it. It's in my storage right now. I gotta go get it. I'm so mad. But if you read it, it's just really disturbing. And these pictures that are so horrifying right here of this torture that's going on of these poor women, it's really disturbing. The textbook, I believe, points out that perhaps 50,000 were executed for this alleged crime. And so I really don't want to underestimate just how destructive and devastating some of the things that were happening on this time period on so many different levels. And so that's one other aspect that I was wanting to mention. Now, I was talking, bringing up the witches goes back to the whole issue of religion and what role religion had to play. But there were also Christianity mixing with commerce, or should I just say the globalization of Western society and the mixture of commerce. And some historians, they look at other like economic factors or forces that motivate things to take place. Just as I again am mentioning that I'm saying that the assignment that you have to turn in, where you're going to be questioning whether the Reformation period was more about religion or politics, kind of goes into that question, which is what were some of the other factors that were taking place. So as Christians were warring among themselves, it also the Christian lands of the West were also spreading across the globe and doing trade. And so look at this map here. Now we have the color shift. The green is Portuguese, which is Catholic, British Protestant, French Catholic, Dutch Protestant, Spanish Catholic, Russian Orthodox, or Eastern Roman, you could say. And you look at all this activity that's taking place. Okay, very significant. And so what we end up developing is the idea of mercantilism. Mercantilism is the economic doctrine that government control of foreign trade is of paramount importance for ensuring the military security of the country. So in particular, it demands a positive balance of trade and motivated colonial expansion. Okay, now I'm taking that there from Wikipedia, that exact definition as you see there. But some of these pictures help kind of like show that there was this drive. And so you have colonialism, you'll have missionaries that want to go convert the heathens as they see them. But then there's a link between also goods that are going to be found, raw materials, foodstuffs, natural resources, and certain lands. You're going to mix it with trying to convert people to help get a foothold into an area. So there's always been this debate: were missionaries just being used by their rulers? Were they deliberately collaborating with them? In any case, this is where you see Western culture spread throughout the world and start to dominate the world and impose certain values and certain systems onto what is often called the third world. So this really kind of covers some of the essence of what this chapter was going over. And I think that this gives you a good foothold into maybe understanding as we go into world cultures and we're seeing how the West relates to the rest of the world. I want you to think about what was kind of motivating and pushing nations within Europe at this time. And then we're going to shift into other cultures, like I said, and we're going to see how they all relate. Again, as we start here to say that we're going to be covering a lot, we're going over a lot of material, and I understand that, okay? So, in any case, as I always mention, just give me a call, send me an email, any problems, and you'll see the assignment that is due, and yeah, I think that's all I have to say for now. So, okay.